Good morning. Hayom Yom, Chof Zayin, Menachem Av. So in the year that Hayom Yom was published in 1943, so Chof Zayin Menachem Av was Shabbos Mevarchim Elul, the Shabbos which blesses and welcomes the upcoming month. So the Rebbe says that like on every Shabbos Mevarchim, we should wake up early in the morning and say the entire book of Tehillim, and we should hold Chassidische Verbringens. Then since it was Shabbos Mevarchim Elul, so the Rebbe chooses to talk about in today's Hayom Yom the month of Elul, what it's all about. And he says that the month of Elul is the month of reckoning. It's a time to reflect on our lives. It's a time to stop and think about our lives and to think what changes and adjustments we should make going forward. Because if a person is constantly thinking and overthinking and analyzing, you're going to be crippled. You're never ever going to be able to really do anything in life. So you do have to just do things, but from time to time you have to take a moment, you have to step back, you have to rethink and analyze your life. And that's the healthy balance. And therefore the whole year round we're just doing and doing and doing, but Elul is the designated month to stop and rethink and re-strategize. And he says it's exactly like a businessman and a successful business, that again, if a business is constantly thinking and overthinking and analyze everything they do, they're going to be crippled, they're going to have inaction, not going to accomplish anything. They do have to just choose a certain path, go with it, and try stuff out. But another problem is often we can get into a routine and something kind of works and we never rethink, we never re-strategize, we just keep going with what we know. And if a business is run that way, if it never thinks how can it change things up, how can it improve, where can it make improvements, how can it re-strategize, how can it restructure, that will never keep its edge. It will be a failing business. A successful business has to constantly be rethinking and re-strategizing and analyzing occasionally where it should change things up once it has a bunch of data to analyze. So he says in the exact same way, each one of us is a businessman. Each one of us is running the business called our personal life. And we were sent into this world. We are in this world on a business trip, and God is the investor. God has invested into every single one of us a soul. God has invested into every one of us spiritual energy, a certain personality. And we have to make sure not to blow that investment over our lifetime. We are trying to come back with major returns. And the way we do that, the way we invest our spiritual energy, what we're meant to come away with, so in three main areas in life we're trying to grow, we're trying to come away with something. So one, we are all trying to grow in our observance of basic halacha, basic shulchan aruch. Two is in our Torah knowledge, how much Torah we've acquired, how much Torah have we learned, how much Torah we know. And three is in our own personal character development, are we good people or not? And this is basically the 3 areas of life we're all working in, we're all trying to use our personality and to use our soul and to use our time here to grow in these 3 areas in life and to gain a lot of returns. And he says, therefore, at the end of every year, Elul is a time to really take a step back, to really rethink our lives and to really rethink these 3 areas in life and ask ourselves, honestly, where are we holding in these 3 areas in life? What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? And after a year, so after a new year of trying so many things out and so many experiences over the past year, and we learn so much about ourselves every year. So based on the new knowledge we have and the new data we have to analyze, and then combine that with all the previous data from previous years, but specifically the last year, so based on what we learned and based on what we experienced this last year, so A, where are we holding, but more importantly, going forward, honestly, what things in our life are actually very good and very conducive and are helping us be the best people we can be and are very good for these 3 areas of life, and what should we double down on, and which people we should hang around more, and what things we should stay next to, and what routines we should stay in, and what places we should stay in, and what things should we stick with in life, and which things are actually harming us and destroying our life and destroying these 3 things and really not helping us in life, and what needs to be cut, what should we cut going forward, and what should we double down on going forward. And yeah, and that's what you have to really think about Elul and really plan for going forward after Elul. And the Rebbe concludes by saying that when we prepare in this way, when we give so much real thought and good intentions about wanting to be a good person, wanting to be the best people we can be, so when we prepare in that way during Elul, so when it comes Tishrei and God decides what to bless us with and what to give us, God will bless us. If he sees us preparing so seriously, he will bless us with an incredible, amazing year, physically and spiritually, everything we need, medically, financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, every area of life will be amazing and blessed, because when Hashem sees that you're using the investment he's giving you wisely, when he sees that you're using the gifts he gives you in the proper way, in the wise way, he wants to give you more gifts, he wants to invest in you more. If he sees that you're acting irresponsibly and blowing everything he gives you, he's not going to want to give you more investment. Have a wonderful day.